Yo, what's good, everybody? See the title. I finally decided to talk about it. So, everybody's still up in roar about Dave Chappelle's The Close on Netflix. And also, I guess they pretty much stopped the walkout from the employees at Netflix because they found somebody who shared some info, paperwork, and also helped to organize the walkout from Netflix that was supposed to be on the 20th. So, they fired her ass. It was some black lady that was pregnant. And respectfully, listen, I get fighting the struggle, fighting the good fight, all that, blah, blah, blah. But at the same time, somebody who's pregnant, I don't know if this, I didn't really check to see if this woman was married or whatever, whatever. I've seen other things. They're saying that she might be LGBT, whatever. But you risk your job. And from my understanding, Netflix pays pretty good. All right, so you feel you had to do what you had to do, but this is the thing people have to understand. Right now, we're at a point where we're fighting back as common folks on being able to try to be normal again. From not having to wear the mask, if you want to take the jab or whatever or not, you know what I'm saying, and just being able to be around people, be around your folks, be out and about again. Not saying I'm one, really fighting for it like that, but I feel them on it. And also being able to speak your mind, especially if it's people that's not being disrespectful, but actually trying to have a conversation. But then other people from other communities or other sides and walks of life don't want to hear it. So the problem that we're having now is so many people are like, the hell with that. I want to be able to speak my mind. So with Dave Chappelle's The Closer, I watched it. Dope. Another one. A classic. And I can understand, for certain people from different communities being upset. I get it. But at the same time, Dave Chappelle, he may put in, goofy stuff, say certain things, but he makes such, like prolific statements within his comedy that you have to respect. So they was already upset with him. And Netflix is like, yo, we not kicking off shit. If you don't like it, you work here, quit. If you don't like it, just don't watch it. You see his face, so why would you go watch the video? You get what I'm saying? Because think about it like this. We having a conversation about Superman coming out as being bi. A lot of us don't like that. You know what I'm saying? Whether I don't know if it was supposed to be him exactly. I remember I was watching Yup Mouth. Shout out to that brother. I was watching his live last week, and he was saying it was supposed to be Superman having a son or something like that. And he explores his sexuality, but it's like, why do we need that? You know what I'm saying? Like, and then one person that was bigging up DC Comics that worked there was trying to come with gay characters, and I guess nothing really made them want to make these characters because it was like, we can't just make it because he's gay. It got to make sense. So that person wrote out, a public letter saying that, one up for DC Comics doing this and using Superman symbol because it's so for hope in all people, and it's like Superman been for all people. And I get it, but this is where a lot of us would say, well, like Boosie would say, what kind of agenda is going on here? Like, this is pushing on our kids. This is going to be a comic book and be a cartoon that's pushing on our kids. But then when somebody said no, it's not. But it's like, if you want representation of that, and we have to put in everything, why certain things can't stay with it. Let me put it to you like this: like Long Beach Griffey on YouTube, he has no problem saying what he feels. He made different skits talking about them making such and such black, making 007 black, making, I forget, something else black. And he was like, fuck that. Leave it the way it is. That's like with us as black people. We had to realize that as we got older. So I think LGBT is pretty much going through the same thing black people did, wanting the representation, but then you come to find out, owning and having owning your own masters is the best way to go about it. If you got Glad, why Glad can't put out their own, issues and comics and cartoons and stuff that have their own network to give more understanding on their life for the people that want to learn and more education for the people who are going through it. That makes more sense. That's like, and I can say that freely because us as black people, we the biggest minorities planet Earth, period. I don't care what nobody says. You can look and see our history, and you can see that, especially with what we go through. We can't hide that. So I'm saying that's what we messed up, and it look like they doing the same thing. But to think that you gonna put this limit on comedy, these comedians, OG comedians, are high-fiving and saluting Dave for being, brave enough to do and say what he said. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times you just want to hear some goofy, silly shit, especially when it comes to comedy, and not worry about all that stuff. Like, even with us with black people, you got white people that say the N-word, and you know what I'm saying? If it's funny, black people allow different races to make fun of us, long as it's funny. Like, if anything, if the joke is garbage, that's what you should be mad at. That's how I am now. And if a white person say nigga, I'm like, fuck that cracker and go about my business. You know what I'm saying? Because I already know he ain't gonna be around us saying that shit. But we see certain white people say, like Bill Burr. That's one of my favorite comedians. He make jokes about everybody, including black people, but the shit be funny, and he says what he's actually thinking and keeps it real about how white people are and makes fun of themselves. He makes fun of everybody, just like Dave Chappell does. He makes fun of us and everybody else. So when people want to be excluded from the conversation, how would you feel if Dave Chappelle said that, his friend that committed suicide, God rest their soul, what if he would have said he didn't want that person, Daphne, God rest their soul, to be part of his show? Do y'all get what I'm saying? What if he wanted to exclude from that? So I can't agree with that we just suppose that, okay, we're going to cancel Dave Chappelle. No, that's bullshit. I think that's bullshit. If people enjoy it, let the people enjoy it. You get what I'm saying? So, but if that's how they feel, and they feel they got to do what they got to do, they got to do what they got to do. I'm still going to watch Dave Chappelle. That's one of my favorite comedians of all time. He in my top 10. So, I feel it. I respect where you coming from, but that's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? Let me know how y'all feel in the comment section. Holla at me, and then I address with y'all and, how you feel. But I don't think Dave Chappelle going nowhere. Even if they took him off Netflix, he going to make something else and make his own wave. So, it don't matter. This your boy JT, opposite from North. We'll be back. Chill.